Okay.
So left.
Mataji, you're not playing Mridanga? Kadus? Wir müssen immer trainieren, sonst kommt es ja außen, verlernt es wieder. Krishna. This is for Shanda Maharaj. We should hear Chaitanya Bhagavat today. Some stories, or you want heavy medicine? Heavy medicine. They are all masochists. It's good. Medicine. Srimad Goswami Maharaj. Some people say Krishna is a particular form with a human feature. How can that be? A universal representation of the Absolute Truth. Krishna consciousness is also a local, a narrow type of belief. You say that Krishna is the Absolute, but he has a particular feature. We don't say that the Absolute is limited to a particular feature. He is beyond the range of our eye and ear, experience. Our mental and intellectual experience, he is all-comprehensive and all-permeating. This is the Brahman conception of the Absolute. Brahman means all-comprehensive, everything is contained within that. Brahman means the broadest knowledge, which can complement all possible parts of knowledge. Above that is the Paramatma conception. Paramatma means the all-pervading smallest of the small. So beyond the atom is the proton and the electron and the smallest of the small, Paramatma. So Paramatma means the smallest of the small, and Brahman is the biggest of the big. So in the biggest of the big, the smallest of the smallest is included. Right? But it is not the same. Bhagavan is of a different type. Like if you have universal vision, you should understand Brahman is everything. It is one mass, one energy. Everything you can think of on the mental plane, on the subtle or on the gross plane, material plane. Everything is one energy. But in this one energy, if you go deeper, you find unlimited small pieces, Paramatma. It means he is the smallest, and he is the biggest. So we are not belonging to the biggest. This is just an energy, impersonal. We belong to the Paramatma part. It means we are tiny, tiny, unlimited, tiny living or conscious beings in this universal mass of energy. So this should be the basic understanding. So Paramatma means the smallest of the small, and Brahman is the biggest of the big. Bhagavan is of different type, the third level. Bhagavan, or the Supreme Lord Krishna, is he who attracts the attention of everyone. He is neither the biggest nor the smallest, but he who can attract all attention. That aspect of the Lord in its most extreme form is Krishna. And he is so sweet that he can attract everything. So, with the understanding, you have to see that actually he is Brahman, he is Paramatma, and he can attract everything. He is the personal manifestation. He is absolute. So it means he stands about this, what comes from him, energy who comes from him. So he can attract everything, because he is all attractive, is one translation of Krishna. So, because he is everything, you cannot separate anything from him. There may be so many atoms, both big, small, but gravity attracts them, gives them some form, and they become the cosmos. In the highest sense, attraction means not only physical attraction, but wholesale attraction in body, mind, and soul. So the center of the highest attraction is Krishna. Krishna means one who can attract everything and give the highest satisfaction in return. Or they may come within our visualized experience. That experience has no connection with this world. So, sometimes he may advanced souls. He may come within his visualized. He may be experienced. But this experience has no connection with this world where we are. So don't think that anything in this world, what we experience, is a manifest or is his original form. He is far beyond the material, the subtle, the mind, and he is even the soul. He is transcendental. Krishna can play in the rasa dance and appear simultaneously on the side of every gopi by expanding himself into innumerable doubles, so that by the side of each gopi there is one Krishna. Brahma stole Krishna's calves and cowboys, but by his will everything was kept up. There was no loss to Krishna. So infinite is he in character. But because we are finite, he approaches us in an easily comprehensible way, in a way that we can visualize him. Otherwise our eyes are useless in trying to perceive the infinite. If something is very dazzling, we cannot see it. Our eyes have their limits. If a light is very intense, we can see it, or if a light is very dim, we cannot perceive it. We can only perceive the middle part of the spectrum. Similarly, if a sound is very loud, our ear cannot grasp it. If a sound is very soft, also our ear cannot catch it. So our ear can function only within the limitation of a certain sound range. So everything which is above or below our sense perception is of no use to us. And so Krishna appears to us in the middle in so many ways. He appears to us in a certain color, certain feature. He appears for the eye experience as the deity, means the form made from stone or wood or painted, different materials. For the ear experience as the name of Krishna. So Krishna name, Krishna Nam, it's not different from Krishna, but who can realize this? Who has the eyes to see? The same way the form, what is worshipped on the altar, only pure devotees really can see him. They can have an exchange with him. They can talk, he talks to them. Because stone does not talk. But they have different, the advanced devotees have different kind of ears. This is on the transcendental plane. And they can hear. We cannot even hear when someone talks to you in the mind. Not. But this is possible, even in this world. The yogis or advanced devotees, they can talk on this level, but on the transcendental, the direct personality, what's standing behind all this, you must be very, very pure and qualified. In the same way, the Nam, Krishna Nam, the name of Krishna, this sound is very transcendental sound. But when we chant Hare Krishna, it is just ordinary sound. It is not, Krishna is not manifesting his pastimes, he's not talking to the name to you. Because we see difference between Nam and Krishna. So this is, after many lifetimes, we may realize, we may understand. He also, for the tongue experience, he appears as prasadam. Hurrah! But who is appreciating prasadam? This is Krishna. He has touched, he has accepted it. It is none different from him. And that's because the devotees, those real devotees, they are not eating prasad for the tongue satisfaction. They are not cooking for Krishna for their personal, what they want, what they like. They are serving Krishna. Prasadam seva, it is said. We serve the rest, what is offered to the Lord. It is Krishna himself. It is the mercy of Krishna. So in different ways our senses can have a corresponding relationship with him. But for materialists this may be not very clear or may not be understood, because they are depending only on the external sense perception. Touch, eye, nose, ear, tongue. So this is materialism. This means it is ignorance. You cannot, Krishna, find in the biggest microscope what exists. That you want to find Paramatma. Or the telescope you may have, the biggest. Maybe you can see Krishna somewhere. You can see to the transcendental world. No. All these things are they are far away from the reality, what Krishna means. But is there any question or any comments on this? Then Srila Shiramas, he is telling experience of what he made. He says, I went to preach in Karachi in 1935 or so. So the president of the Arya Samaj came to see us. Arya Samaj is still existing, no? Yeah. Arya, Hindu society, something like this. So the president came to see them, thinking he had an easy prey. And his first remark was, if the finite can know the infinite, then he is not infinite. So he wants to trick them. If we can know the infinite, then he is not infinite, because we are not able to see with our eyes the infinite. So you're worshippers of dolls, idols. You say that you can know God, but you are a finite soul. The infinite can never be known by you. That was his argument. So it means God can never be known, or can never be understood, or never be seen, or never be, can never have relation. So your Vaishnavas preach dual worship, idol worship. Your transaction is only within the limited world. You don't know anything about the unlimited. With this basis he attacked us. But I immediately replied, if the infinite cannot make himself known to the finite, then he is not infinite. You understand this argument? He can show himself, and he can also not show himself. He can do everything. Everything is him. So this silenced him. He had no reply. So in the Vaishnava creed or in any other creed, we should always keep in mind that everything depends on him. He can come down to our level, but we cannot go up to his level. This is a reality. This we have to understand. So how we can, what can we do that he comes down to our level and he may reveal himself? What do we have to do? We have to behave. We have to have the great desire. To know him. Srila Maharaj says, it's because he is to our will, we cannot go there. This would be dangerous, because we would try to kill him and want to take his position. This is reality. Now we are in a prison here. So only those who are pure in heart, those who understand we are existing just because of him. He is the source of everything. He is everything. We can only attract him to come down to our level by improving our negative tendency. We should pray, oh Lord, I am so mean, I am the most fallen of the fallen, the lowest of the low. Without your help, I am nothing. Please be satisfied, be propitiated with me. That is possible only through Sharanagati. Sharanagati means self-surrender. So through Sharanagati we can attract the superior plane. He has the power. He can take me to this domain. He is all-powerful. But we cannot force our entrance into that domain. We have no natural right to do that. We are made of lower stuff. So he is adhoksaja, means transcendental. Transcendental means we cannot understand his nature. Adhoksaja means refers to that plane of existence which can keep the world of experience in a lower position. The world of experience is pushed down by the adhoksaja plane. That subtle plane of existence can come down to us, but we cannot go up. Only if he takes us there can we go up. With a passport, we can go to the verge of our jurisdiction, to the border. But if we have a visa, if a visa is allowed, then we can enter into the domain of another land. So the human mind and intellect can have no touch over toxic realm. So a few days ago there was a rumor of flying saucers. It was thought that from a more civilized land they came in a small plane and wandered over this world. From Earth, the Air Force gave chase to the flying saucers, but they disappeared. Where they have gone, no one can trace, and they returned disappointed. The flying saucers can descend here to contact with this planet. The Air Force can follow them to some extent, but the flying saucers disappear beyond their vision. So the Dokshajo or transcendent plane is something like that. There's a subtle plane that can come down to our gross mind and intelligence, but we cannot go up there. This is understandable. You can follow. Some question? The Lord is not a heartless machine. He would like this. It is only a machine because one day we can destroy him, then we can do whatever we want. We have come to a hearty absolute. He has got heart, everything. I remember that one lady during Swami Maharaj's lifetime delivered a lecture in this Natmantir. She told that we have come from so far, we are so thankful and dependent on Swami Maharaj. His call impressed me most. Here only we can believe as a family member with our Supreme Lord. We live and serve as a family member, and he also considers us as family. Matyayada Dyakta Samastakama Nivedidatma Vijikishidomi Tadamritavam Padibatyam Mam Mayatma Bhuyaya Chakalpadevai. A person who gives up all fruitive activities offers himself entirely unto me, eagerly desiring to render service unto me, achieves liberation from birth and death, is promoted to the status of sharing my own opulences. It's from Bhagavatam, 11th Canto. The Atma Bhuyaya having equal opulence with the Lord. We find also in Bhagavad Gita that Domam Dattvato Gyatva Jaditattanandaram. After this they can realize me and my real nature and enter into me. So what is the meaning of enter into me? It is that he enters into my family. Atma Puyaja Kalpate, that they are given recognition. They become my own family members. I remember once in Puri, many, many years ago, We were sitting in the room of Gurudev, and he said, now you belong to the Achyuta Gotra. Achyuta Gotra means now you become a member of the family of the Lord of Achyuta, of a family member of his family, Krishna's family. And he's not alone sitting somewhere and looking at us. He's performing unlimited pastimes on the transcendental plane. So, one who is initiated in the Vaishnavism, he can become a member of Achyuta Gotra, means a member of Krishna's family. So I consider them as my own, and even sometimes more than myself, he says. As he says to Uddhava, Uddhava, you are so dear to me. Then even Brahma, Shiva, my elder brother Baladev, my wife Lakshmi Devi, even more than my own body, I love you, even more than myself. Puri Varyasi. It is mentioned in many places, more than my life. I consider you to be superior, Uddhava. So such things are there, and they are real. The standard of ideal, our goal is of such quality. It is very, very high. But at the same time, we should not think that I have attained it. I have got it. Only to prove that it is imaginary, it is futile. It is there, it is the real of the real, but still I am fallen. Only with the help of Guru and Vaishnava can we hope to attain such great level, where we can be one with the Supreme Lord. That is the most important quality of prema, love, divine love. It is the special qualification of Bhagavad Prema. It can raise the tiny soul to the level of the most favorite of the Lord Himself. So we can develop a relationship to Him, where even Krishna becomes the servant of His servant. Because we are all servants, we are tiny, insignificant. But by devotion, by divine love, prema, and one develops such attraction and attachment to the Lord, to give everything, to give his life, like Lalita Devi. When she sees a drop of sweat, how you call it, on the lotus feet of Krishna, she immediately wants to, she would give 1,000 lives in the material world just to remove it, that he is not, that he feels comfortable. So, like this devotion, the members in the most highest spiritual plane, they do everything, whatever, they give their life, of course, there is no death. But if you take birth in the material world, you're face to face, so-called death. But they're ready to even accept this, only for the Lord's comfort. This is it can raise the tiny soul to the level of the most favorite of the Lord himself. Such is the extraordinary qualification of devotion. So you can close because there's no question. Yeah?
This is very high topic we speak about, and then when I realize what is my level now, it seems like it's never reachable.
Mm-hmm. It's
never reachable, you know. If we just speaking about this high topic, and then I see what is my level, what is my reality now. So it seems like it's never reachable.
a very good attitude. If one thinks I have already attained, you don't know what level I am. I know so many groups of so many. They think they have attained already. They are fully controlled by the illusion of this material world. It is very healthy to think like this. I am not able, I will never attain the mercy of the Lord. I am unqualified. But what else I should do? I cannot stay in this world. It is killing me. And I cannot attain the Lord. I am hopeless case. What should I do? My Lord, I just pray, I just begging, please care for me. Like this, it must come from deep in the heart. And I must leave this material plane. It automatically will happen. It will automatically, all the attraction of this material world, what we experience here in this world, it will be just like garbage. You will have no attraction to anything in this material world. You will live only for dependent on the mercy of Supreme Lord. This is what we have. And the attitude must be like this, as you say, where I am now. I have never seen a devotee who thinks of himself. He is very qualified. He is a member of Krishna's most high, on the most high level. You will find groups around the world. I got experience with one hippie coming to me. Very dirty, not even taking shower, He was staying in our temple in Vienna, a smaller. And he came, told me, do you know what your form is in the Goloka Vrindavan? You must. And he wants to convince me I have to follow his. He knows. Then he's running with the ladies around. He became Krishna himself. And he was thinking all for my enjoyment. What a low position, what a low level. It's even lower than normal materialistic people who are thinking like this. They are disqualified. They are not able, they will take many, many lifetimes for them. But if you think like this, I have no understanding, I am hopeless case. I am also a hopeless case. What should we do? We have to just hope against hope that one time the Lord will be merciful. And he tell, you are Ajudakota, now you are a member of our family, of my family, Vaishnava family. It's great hope we should always hope. What other chance we have? If you dive into the material world again, and you will forget everything, you will just be driven by your tiny universe to get happy or satisfaction, and it will end with his old age that who can go against it? Nobody. They have to face it. What do you think? Is it okay? Good. You're just until you're walking like on a razor blade. You don't know to go there or there. Sometimes we are walking like this. Be careful that you not cut yourself, you will make the wrong step. All this is Krishna's test, Krishna's arrangement. We cannot, not by our will, by his will. If he sees, oh, he's sincere, this devotee, he really wants to become member of our family, then you will see what will happen. This has to be realized. Theoretically, we cannot understand. Like our Ranga, he is a very intelligent man, scientist in the UN, but he has no attraction to anything like this. He cannot, because he's good situated in this world, but he's suffering. But he has no such big problems that he still enjoys the position in this world. But theoretically, if you just want to become theoretically, only externally you want to become a devotee, this will not work. Real devotees, you will immediately, the real devotee immediately checks who is a devotee. You cannot cheat him. They immediately know. Even if there are 1,000 people, there's one devotee amongst this, and one devotee standing outside and seeing, he knows, oh, he's different. But they have not the eyes to see such things. Now, we can close here. Jai Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaura Pramanandi.